Montana for a couple days now, and we definitely haven't found the bird numbers that we're used to. So there's this hunt that I've had my eye on for, gosh, a few years now. It's kind of a tucked away, out of the way place that I think is supposed to have decent numbers of sharptails, but I've never heard of anybody coming here, so I really don't know at the end of the day. But this is my kind of hunt here, so it's a little more remote, a little more far away from any town centers or anything like that, so it's right up my alley being a truck camper. Just got here, just got a little bit of daylight here and buzzing around a little bit and scouting. It looks right. If I can find some birds here, I'm going to be super pumped, but you know, we'll see. All right, we got Riggs and Racy on the ground this morning. Racy is a Riggs daughter out of Riggs and Libby. She's my next little prospect I'm working on, and really hoping to get her into some birds. She's about 9 months old. She's just primed and ready, you know, to make those big progressions that they can make at a young age. So hopefully this place is going to put her in those situations, and we'll get to see that progress. So pretty quick here, we start seeing birds. But either they get up wild, or the dogs get a little too close and bump them. So good news, bad news. Good news is there are definitely birds here. We've seen a nice concentration of birds coming up this draw, and so I am very hopeful that we are going to be into the birds. Bad news is it's hot again. Man, it's got to be in the 70s already. It's early morning. Very little wind. The dogs have bumped a bunch of birds. They're not really, you know, they're not going all out and being stupid. They're trying to be careful. They've just bumped them. The scenting, especially down in here in these draws, is not great. So it just kind of is what it is. I'm still thrilled that I found birds here, because this is a lot of possibility. It's not a real big area, but this little pocket here could be my own little slice of heaven. There we go. With the heat, I decided to work some of these areas that have bushes for shade, and before too long, I get an alert that Racy's on point. Dead bird, Racy. She was on point on the right side of this bush, so unfortunately, I don't think she saw it. Yeah, good dogs. All right, good girl. Good girl, Racy. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, we got him. We got him. Yeah. Stay right here, baby. Stay right here. Good girl. Let's get some shade. We got to cool down again. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Let's take a break. So I can't say for certain that Racy had those locked down. When I saw her, she looked very unsure of herself, and then she had moved forward a little bit and then pointed again. So, like I said, I don't know if she was locked down on scent or not, but it was definitely good enough with these tough conditions to warrant shooting a bird for her. So she did a great job. She's being really careful. It's just really tough right now. Well, she may have been more certain than I realized, because a little bit later, she's on point again. Oh, my girl had it and I missed it. Oh crap, she freaking had it. God, please be another one in here. I've got to get one down for her. I was really hoping there'd be a straggler, but no luck. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Good girl, baby, good girl. Oh, I failed you, darling. I can't freaking believe I did that. That was Racy, a 9-month-old, pointing in these awful conditions, and her daddy backing her. And then I whiff. I needed to be up like 2 more feet to get a clear shot at it, and I, shot anyways, which, usually you just get a pellet in one of those things and they'll go down, but evidently I couldn't even manage that. I'm afraid I'm going to just have to get him to the truck. It's getting to the point where, the excitement of even having a flush or something is just really getting them so hot that they just can't cool down. So I'm going to call this one. But that's all right. This is a new area, so I'll have all afternoon to scout and find the next place for tomorrow. While I was driving around scouting, the weather changed, so I decided to take another walk. We got a front coming through, and I couldn't be more excited about it. That could mean better dog work for us. Let's hope. All right, I've got Savvy and her daughter Jinx out for this one. This spot is a little bit of a stab in the dark. I'm not sure if the birds are gonna like this kind of stuff. I'm getting in here kind of close to these trees. There's a lot of good food sources in here, and with the lack of bugs this year, we're really trying to key off of berries and any bushes or berries that are a good food source for them. We're keying off of those. Also the greens. I've been finding a lot of clover and crops. So should be plenty of that food in here. Let's just go see if they're actually using this kind of cover. Well, for most of this walk, we don't see anything at all. But on our way back to the truck, Savvy goes on point in this draw. Hey, bird. Good girl, Jinxie. Good girl. All right. You got him. Good girl. Good girl. You found him. Good girl. Good girl. Savvy, dead bird in here. Dead bird. Dead bird. Dead bird. Fetch it up. That a good girl. That a good girl, Savvy. Savvy, here. Savvy, here. Here. Give. Good girl. Yeah. Hey, whoa. Whoa. Good girl, honey. Yep. It's Daddy's bird now. Yeah. We got him. Good girl. Yeah, we got him. That was a bomb and a half. She pointed from way the hell up there. Well, we didn't see very many birds, but you sure made the ones we saw count, darling. Good job. Kennel. Good girl. Would you like to see more content like this? You've got to check out my Patreon page, where I post exclusive bonus episodes along with other videos about gear, trip planning, e-scouting, training, and any other subject we can come up with that might help the traveling hunter. Get access to all that extra content at patreon.com/Eric Forrester. So it's later in the afternoon now, and I've been driving around scouting and looking for a place to camp. I see some birds on the road. We were 1 bird short of our limit, so I figured, well, I'll get Racy out and see if she wants to point one for me. There's birds right up there. Oh. I just tried to hang back and let her do her work here because these birds have already been spooked with me driving through, so I'll just let her do her thing and see if she can get them locked down. About a minute later, I get an alert that she's on point. As a breeder, seeing one of our young dogs be successful like this is kind of my favorite thing in the world. She did it. I only saw a handful of birds from the road, but this ridge was loaded with them. Wow.
Oh my God, dude.
They just kept coming up all over the place.
Dead bird, fetch him up. Dead bird, okay. Dead bird. Dead bird, okay. Okay, dead bird. Dead bird. Good girl, good girl. Good girl, baby, good girl. Good girl, good girl. Good girl. All right, come on. Yeah, come on.
These two are gonna just, or these three are gonna just join me to my camp tonight, I guess. Another crop check. Looks like buffalo berries, rose hips, and some greens. Sharptail at camp is my absolute favorite way to eat them. I look forward to this all year long. You just take a hot skillet, add some butter, maybe a little more butter, a little seasoning, and sear them to medium rare or rare, and enjoy. Absolutely delicious. Oopsie, too hot, lady. There are birds right here at camp. I can hear them. All right, I brought out an A-team this morning. I got Tubbs and Savvy out. No puppies. Yeah, I was just kind of sitting there quietly at the truck before I was getting ready to go out, and I was hearing birds around. It's not something you usually think about or talk about with sharptails, but if you're really quiet and you're not too far away, you can actually hear them making that little bloop sound. It's pretty distinctive. It's great to have that intelligence before I leave here, because honestly, this is kind of, I don't know, unconventional terrain to me for sharptails. So far, I'm still scratching my head about exactly what they're keying off of. We'll see where we find them. About 15 minutes into our walk, I find Savvy on point and Tubbs backing her.
Freaking beautiful. I should have doubled. For some reason, I couldn't pick one. Beautiful. Good boy. Good man. Good job, baby. Good job. You got him. You nailed him. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Good job, baby. Good job. That was awesome. Oh, that made my day right there. All right, so that was the perfect little scenario there. We had Savvy locked up on point, and there was just this tiny little ridge, tiny little hump right here, and they were just on the back side of it, so it gave me cover to approach. I was able to kind of, hunker down, and don't be afraid to do that. I mean, put the sneak on them, because I'm telling you, if these birds see you, they're gone. Try to stay out of sight as long as possible. It will make a huge difference on the length of your shots. So that was a wonderful way to start our morning here. Let's hope there's some more of that.
Here I'm walking into another point, but this one feels a bit different. this habitat is definitely different from any other that I've hunted before.
Oh my God. How cool is that? That's not your average sharptail spot right there. Come here, Tubby. Good dogs. Good dogs. Right here, Savvy. Savvy, come on. Good girl. Give. Good girl. Good boy, Tubby. Good dogs. Oh, I hope I don't regret that double, but oh, it was too tempting with this super cool spot. I am really pumped about this. This is like totally new kind of territory for me to find sharptails in. It's funny, if you get past all the burned out trees and all that, that kind of clouds your mind about what this is, because you're thinking forest. And you just start looking around. Look at that. We've got buffalo berries. We've got snowberries. There are rose hips everywhere. It's like, hey, this is all they need. It's right here. There's lots of grass. There's some nice grass flats up on these tops. So, you know, after you kind of get over the fact that this doesn't look like classic sharptail country, you realize why wouldn't it be? They got everything they need. So this has been really fun to discover this, and at least, you know, I'm discovering it for myself. I'm sure there's other people that already knew about it, but this is definitely my kind of hunt. This is my kind of place, you know, because I'm out here by myself. I haven't seen another bird hunter. We're way off. We're way out, way far away from towns and stuff, and I never really thought I'd find this with a sharptail hunt. So this is really cool. And once again, it's gotten really hot on us, and now the wind has died, so it's going to be pretty tough all the way back to the truck, I'm guessing. This stuff is pretty hard on Tubby right now. He's kind of fat and out of shape, so this heat is going to wear him down the quickest. Well, I'm afraid the heat may be making Tubbs a little delirious. He's out at 1,000 yards. He's completely lost track of me somehow, which he never ever does. So I'm going to take the truck to go get him. He's going to overheat on me. Man, he still hasn't found his way home, which is really weird for him. He's completely disoriented. Oh, there he is. I see him just up ahead. We'll get him over here. We'll get him some water. What's up, big boy? Big man got hot. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Here we go. Here we go. You should smell it. You about got yourself in trouble, boy. Man, I'm telling you, that is really weird for him. He has an uncanny ability to keep track of me, even if he goes out many hundreds of yards. So for him to lose me like that is very unusual. And I think he had a little panic moment there because he was going the wrong way. I mean, he was at over 1,000 yards. So anyways, glad we got to him, got him some water, get him cooled down. You know, one very cool thing about this area has been the camping. There's been tons of places to camp. They've got, you know, established campsites and things like that, and there's lots of dispersed camping too. And of course, you know, I'm just on my Onyx checking them out and scouting them out before I got here. And I just want to say that I could not have done this without Onyx.
I did this completely on the fly. I did not plan to come here, and I was on birds the first morning. So that tells you right there how powerful that tool is. And not only do they make a fantastic product, but they're a great company full of great people that care about the things that we care about in the outdoor industry, and they're always out there fighting for those things that we care about. So I want to thank them for their past support, and I want to thank them for their continued support, and I look forward to the adventures that we get to find together. There's plenty more to see in my final episode from Montana this year, so I'll see you then.